there actually isn't that much to stress out about. So I summed all of it up in 4 main points. Let's start with number 1. What is your current situation? So there are a few questions that you should ask yourself. Like, what exactly should your car be for? So for example, for fun, work, school, or just going from A to B. Do you need to depend on the car because you can't take a bus or train? Or maybe your parents have multiple cars and you can take one of those. But there are very important factors like the region you live in. So maybe you need something capable for snow in Canada or something small for the city. Just those kind of things. But after figuring all of this stuff out, you should really look at point number 2, the money aspect. Cars are very expensive in general. So you should think about stuff like, how much money do you have right now? Or how much money do you make? So you can set a budget. But keep in mind, cost for insurance, fuel, maintenance, maybe repairs or modifications. So this could already tell you if you can actually afford a car or not. And to figure out those numbers, you can just do internet research, ask family or friends, or search for some other help. But if, for example, you need one for college or something like that, and don't have the money, talk with your parents first. Don't just take a loan out of excitement without talking to them first. Maybe they might help you out, or you could get a side job. But now, right to number 3, personal preference. Your first car has a very special meaning. So depending on how you are as a person, you might prefer something exciting. Maybe you want a more sporty car, a pickup, a wagon, or whatever. You should really try to mix this with the options you look at. And speaking of options, they are like a sub-point. Let's call them point 4.5. You should decide things like, do you want a manual or automatic transmission? What kind of engine and how much power do you want? Also, would you like all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive? And then there are interior specs and just the colors in general. But if you care about these things, you should be ready to be patient or compromise when searching the car you want. I also have some pre-purchase tips for you before you make any deal. So check the car's history. You can either look in the service menu or check it with some software using the VIN number. First link in the description if you want to do that. So you get like a full report of the mileage to certain times, if the car was stolen, damaged, whatever. Also do a lot of research about the cars you consider. So like go into some forums, watch YouTube reviews, or just Google what problems they have. Because if you know common issues or things to look out for, you can sometimes save you from expensive repairs. You should also have somebody who knows something about cars on your side when you go look at one. Maybe just a friend or family member again, so they can take a closer look at the car and inspect it. It also might be worth it to take the car to a pre-purchase inspection if you really like it. They can be done by mechanic shops for I think like upwards of $100, but you get a professional check everything. And well, the last point is reliability and the condition. Especially your first car should be reliable, but if you have multiple cars, it's a less important thing of course. So I mentioned again, do your research about the cars you consider, ask people who have experience with them, and read or watch a lot of reviews about them. And when talking about the car's condition, it doesn't need to be perfect. You probably are on a budget anyway. So if the car is very reliable, like a Lexus or Toyota, you can also get a higher mileage car. Also, the lower the mileage, the higher the price. Your first car can also have some scratches on the paint or something, if they aren't too bad of course. And you might lower the price even further with them. Also, most minor flaws can be fixed rather quickly, like those mentioned paint scratches, the car just being dirty, or things like broken lights or worn interior parts. And with all of that information, I wish you the best to find the right car for you. So like the video if you think it was helpful and enjoy the rest of your day. So maybe I'll see you in this video right here. Until next time.